So, in some startling news, let me put this down. It is 8:28 in the morning. We're talking about the fact that our man on Terry Pluto of the Cleveland Plain Dealer said that Evan Mobley could see himself playing some small forward himself this year. So let's talk about it. I want to hear your thoughts down below. Evan Mobley, the small forward? Oh my god. Let's talk about it. So basically, Evan Mobley, it seems like he had an interview with the Cleveland Plain Dealer, Terry Pluto. And that's one NBA source began when Terry Pluto asked him about the Cavs deal. He called it a net plus. Like a few other NBA sources, he mentioned it's hard to get a superstar to come to Cleveland. It's not just Cleveland, it's most other small markets. Trading for Mitchell with 3 years on his contract brings a star to Cleveland. All right. One NBA source suggests that are times when the Cavaliers can play Evan Mobley at small forward. Quote, he's athletic enough to do it. All right. Big three lineups, said the source. The Cavs could put Kevin Love at power forward, Jared Allen at center, recreating the big three Cavs lineup when they had Mobley, Allen, and Lauri Markkanen last season. This big three of Love could not play as much as the Markkanen big three, but there are, times where we could see the Cavs employ this combination. Though the two NBA sources brought up good points, said the Cavaliers still have a major problem when it comes to three-point shooting. They wonder whether LeVert or Isaac Okoro are going to be the small forwards, as neither of them shoot well outside from three. That is something they'll need to face this season, as Mitchell is a career 36% three-point shooter. That's respectable, but a little bit above league average, but not elite. And Evan Mobley's a guy that last year we saw him take a few threes. We're not going to sit here and be like, this guy shoots threes. He shot 25% from three. Okay, that's just being. But what you have to understand is Evan Mobley had times where it felt, there was months where his three-point shot was hitting, like in December. Okay, he was shooting about 1.5 threes and at a 35.7% clip. Okay, so Evan Mobley could figure it out. And then if you look at just the Cavaliers as a whole on this team, again, three-point shooting was the biggest problem for them last year. Now, if you look at them, I think it's definitely going to be an interesting situation because going into the season, basically on the roster, Kevin Love, Darius Garland, Dean Wade, Cedi Osman and Donovan Mitchell. Those five guys are their best shooters. Okoro, okay? And if we want to talk about Caris LeVert, Okoro shot league average last year for them from three. And he could finally, start to get there from three. He was taking about 2.5 last year. Caris LeVert, he's a guy who has shot league average from three before, in his first last 2 years. Last 2 years in Brooklyn, 36.4 and 34.9. So about a league average three-point shooter in those seasons. So they could have 7 guys shooting well. And Ricky Rubio, when he was on the Cavs, was shooting 34%. But really, Evan Mobley could thrive at small forward, just dominating smaller players, if they allow our man, Evan Mobley, to really hone in that shot this summer or in training camp. I want to see Evan Mobley become a closer to league average three-point shooter, which I think we all could see him easily doing. He's a guy that talented that I think expecting that isn't that much. So this is where I want to hear your thoughts down below. If you are a Cavaliers fan, is this something you would want to do, is basically try to see if Evan Mobley, you can recreate those big lineups. The reason why they can't do it often is by having Kevin Love in there, you're creating a defensive liability because he's just older. And with Lauri Markkanen, you were able to play him at the small forward. But Kevin Love, he can't, with his age, play small forward. But Evan Mobley can. So that's the whole thing. Maybe you can run Kevin Love at small forward, but I just think right now that'd be hard. Real hard. And I want to hear your thoughts though about it. What would you guys... And my girlfriend just texted me and I gotta respond. My girlfriend's like sleeping and I don't know if she's coming over around 9:30 or 10. So that's why you just heard a lot of typing. I hope you did enjoy the video. Like and subscribe, do all that good jazz, but I'll be back Later.